So I just had a really dysregulating experience. I'm not going to talk that much about it, but basically I had a bad experience with an Uber. He told me to get the fuck out of his car. I listened, obviously, and got out, but it definitely put me in an acute tension state, and I can specifically feel it in my SCM muscle. My SCM muscle got really tight after that, so I'm going to show you real time how I regulate after that acute response. Now, keep in mind, again, this is like a one event acute thing. It's not the same as chronic nervous system dysregulation where your baseline is in fight or flight. But basically the SCM muscle is one of the first muscles that engages when it comes to a threat response, because it's the muscle that helps you orient to your surroundings and basically scan for danger. So the first thing that we're going to do is I'm going to let my eyes lead, and we're going to just turn the head left and right, and I'm slowly just going to lock on different items in my surroundings. Again, we're letting the eyes lead here. And what this does, as we lock on certain just random items, like I'm locking my eyes on a plant, on a picture on the wall, it starts to tell my nervous system that we are safe, right? We are looking around, we are scanning for a threat. No threat is there. Now this muscle has engaged because back in the day when we were animals, we would be looking around for a threat. If we had felt this kind of response, we would immediately be turning our head and trying to determine the threat. Now in this situation, I already knew the threat, so I didn't need to look around. I didn't actually use this muscle, so it activated without being used, which is what caused the tension. Now, because I waited to do this until I got home, the tension started to spread to my jaw, so we're also going to need to release the jaw. Good. Next thing we're going to do is a physiological sigh. So 2 quick breaths in and a deep exhale. 2 quick breaths in through the nose, deep exhale through the mouth. Exhale is longer than both of the inhales. I'm going to do this 5 to 10 times. I don't know how many yet. Good. Now I'm going to start to do the arm stroking, activate the triple warmer meridian, and at the same time I'm going to hum, stimulating the vagus nerve. Now, because my left SCM is the one that's been engaged, I'm going to slowly turn my head towards the right, away from that muscle. And now I'm going to start to just massage it from the clavicle, and I'm going to go up the neck. And I'm really gently just trying to find the meat of that muscle and pull it a little bit to release. Now, this muscle runs near your carotid artery, so you don't want to put too much pressure because it can cause you to be dizzy and have black spots and all kinds of problems because you are blocking the artery, which is one of your big ones. But we can just grab the meat of the muscle, and anytime you or I am feeling a knot or an area that's really tense and really tight, I'm just, as you can see, I'm grabbing onto the meat, slowly pinching it and trying to pull it away from the bone, right? And I feel it really up here the most. So we started from the bottom because that's where it was the loosest. That was the easiest to pull away. Now as we reach the top, it's quite difficult. But I have already felt it release a ton from where it was before. It was really, really tight and like causing some pain. And we're just gonna come back down through, through all the way down to the clavicle. Nice. And then last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just massage behind the ear where that muscle is attached and kind of where the jaw starts, because that's the point where tension for me is radiating up from this SCM muscle into my jaw. And then we're gonna come underneath the mandible here and just put some pressure right here, right on the corner of the jawbone. And you can put more pressure on this than you're putting on the SCM. The jaw is like one of the tightest muscles, strongest muscle in the body, also one of the tightest, so requires a lot of pressure to release. But I really feel that, like when I press here, I feel that radiating down my SCM, so I know that I'm in the right place where the attachment between the SCM and the tension that radiates up into the jaw is. I'm just rubbing with 2 fingers now underneath the jaw in a circular motion. Good. Now I feel like I have a little bit of anxious energy, so I'm gonna shake it out. Somatic shaking, just letting my body move however it wants. Letting my head shake, my neck shake, my arms shake. I know that I look crazy, but I don't care because I'm doing this for how it feels, not for how it looks. So if y'all can say I look crazy, that's fine, but I'm gonna feel a lot better afterwards. All right, now we're just gonna do a little bit of Qigong moves. So we're gonna take that energy and really just push it away, whatever negativity. Inhale up, exhale through. Inhale up, exhale through. 5 times. And I'm letting my lips do the little thing because that also helps exhale excess anxious energy. Last one, and we're really sweeping that negative energy away. Good. Perfect. I feel so much better. I feel like my body feels like that never happened. And that is how you take one event and you make sure that it does not integrate long-term into your body, does not hold tension, and it doesn't integrate into your nervous system and your overall feeling of safety. Obviously, I understand people often go through many, many traumatic events in series, and that is another story. But for these singular stressful events that inevitably happen because we humans engage with the world, and not everybody in the world is kind or nice like most of you are here in this community, which I'm very thankful for. Anyway, but most of us engage with the world, and most of us don't realize that we do hold these things in our body. So that is your reminder to let go of whatever stresses you've been carrying from your day or from whatever events may have happened, and maybe feel free to use some of these techniques. I hope that this was helpful to you. Sending so much love. Bye.